Hi, William Preem here for Ignite Grilling. Every great backyard chef needs his go-to steak recipe, and I'm going to share mine with you. We're going to use ribeye steak here, and when you're picking it out in the grocery store, you want to look for good marbling through the meat lines here. You'll pat the steak dry with just a paper towel. This is removing excess moisture from the skin. Oftentimes, steak recipes get too complicated and too fancy. What you really want is the meat to shine through. To allow for that to happen, I'm going to just season this meat with salt. We're going to use some kosher salt that has a nice broad grain. Don't worry about having too much salt because we're going to wipe it off for the final product. Also, when seasoning with salt, you want to go from a little higher elevated level because if you get too close, it'll provide too much concentration of salt. This allows for nice, even distribution. What this is doing is this is going to pull moisture from the skin that allows for that golden brown crust that we're looking for. Once you've seasoned both sides of the steaks, you're going to set this aside at room temperature for about 45 minutes. After we've let the steaks rest for 45 minutes and patted dry and remove that excess moisture, we want to go back again and remove any potential excess moisture. A little trick here is to use some cornstarch on the surface of the steaks. And again, you want to go kind of heavy with the cornstarch. Make sure there's no clumping, and you want to get nice, even distribution. You want to get both sides with the cornstarch. Don't forget the sides of the steak as well. We're going to put these steaks in the freezer for about 45 minutes. And in that cool climate of the freezer, it also allows the steaks to become colder. And when we put them on the grill, they're allowed to stay on the grill a little bit longer and develop that deep golden crust and those grill lines that we're looking for. I've got my steaks nice and dried, and I'm going to go right on. I'm going to press them down to get those nice firm grill lines. And I've got my grill as hot as it can go. It's about 550 degrees. I'm going to let these cook for 3 minutes each side. Steaks have been on about 3 minutes, and I'm ready to flip them. Again, I'm using my tongs to preserve that crust. As you can see, those beautiful grill lines. It's been about 3 minutes and these steaks are ready to come off the grill, and oh, look how gorgeous those are. Look at those grill lines. And I'm just going to temp these out. These are temping out at 135. They're cooked perfectly. And I'm also going to let these rest for about 5 minutes. That's going to allow moisture to flow back into the meat, and when you slice into it, they're just going to be juicy.